Hello and happy Friday Eve from Radically Rational and radicallyrational.com. Why am I wearing this shirt? Well, I just thought it was fair. Rodgers and the Jets are getting all the attention, so I thought maybe I'd give a little love to the Packers and Jordan. More football coming up momentarily. But first, I pose this question. What does Vladimir Putin have in common with big lie election deniers? Answer: neither one of them needs even a shred or a grain of evidence to just allege something that is completely outrageous and unsupported. So I got up early this morning for you to the news that Putin is now saying that the United States was behind the alleged Ukrainian drone strike, whose alleged purpose was to assassinate Putin himself. That's an awful lot of lying in one sentence, don't you think? First of all, do you really think that was a Ukrainian attack? And do you doubt for a minute that that was staged by Russia? I'm a TV guy. That was a really beautiful shot of the Kremlin. It was framed so nicely, and it almost looked like the photog was anticipating that something was about to happen. And an assassination attempt? Really? You pop a firecracker on a dome when nobody's home, and that's an assassination attempt? Now, I don't mean to waste your time, but let me briefly list the absurdities here. And then let me tell you what I fear is going on. The only reason Russia would do this is to establish a pretext for Russian citizens and the rest of the world, their propaganda machine, to justify a huge escalation in this war against Ukraine. And that's going to happen. And there's going to be more saber rattling about tactical nukes, etc. But here's what really does concern me. I do think this will be used as a pretext to try to take Zelensky out, something that has heretofore been out of bounds. But now Putin can tell the Russian people they're trying to take your guy out, so now it is open season. And I would be concerned about that. Let me define irrational for you. You know, when we came up with this idea, radically rational, it was to combat irrational. And here's the tip of the spear. When you do something that is obviously bad for you and your family, just so you can stick it to somebody who you think needs to have it stuck to them, that is irrational. Like this debt ceiling thing. Okay, just to tweak Biden, do you realize how dangerous this is? Apparently you don't. Okay, you want to bite Biden, but all this is doing is biting out a big chunk of all of our asses. And the risks here are absolutely enormous. This is ridiculous. These Venn diagrams do not intersect. Paying the debt that we have already incurred has nothing to do with establishing spending procedures and regulations and limits going forward. These Venn diagrams don't intersect. But here's what's at stake here. This is not theoretical. This is not on the macroeconomic level. This is our lives. Do you really want irreparable damage to our national security? And yes, it is a national security issue. Do you want us to be viewed as deadbeats? That's bad for business, isn't it? That's bad for business. You suffer when your personal credit rating falls. What do you think happens to everybody when the national rating falls? You like that Social Security check? It could be endangered, absolutely. Stock market crashes as all the financial markets completely freak out. Your retirement is toast. Federal employees don't get paid. Veterans' benefits could be jeopardized. You think your credit card interest rates are astronomical now? Hang on there, partner. Your job could very well be jeopardized as national unemployment rates soar. And all this going on at the same time with what the Fed is doing and will continue to do. And if you're seeking a loan, forget it. So this is all just to stick it to Biden. no, this has the potential to impale all of us. Quit being irrational and grow the hell up. And that starts with you, McCarthy. I got lots of sports, but I'm going to limit it to just this. Think about this. There is a bigger quarterback gap between the two NFL conferences than there has ever been since the merger back in 1970. I just did a little inventory, and part of this was Kirk Cousins says he wants to keep playing with the Vikings. This could be his last year, but maybe they'll give him an extension. And then I thought about this. Is Kirk Cousins the second best quarterback in the NFC behind Jalen Hurts? And keep in mind that Jalen Hurts has had exactly one great season in a row. But is Kirk Cousins the second best quarterback in the NFC? You say Dak Prescott? Jared Goff? Daniel Jones? Geno Smith? Brock Purdy? Derek Carr? You can make as good a case for Kirk Cousins as you can any of those other guys. This gap is huge. I just listed what's on the menu in the NFC. Now in the American Conference, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, Lamar Jackson, Tua Tagovailoa, Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson, who used to be pretty good and might be again, and now Aaron F. Rodgers. Quarterbacks win Super Bowls. Place your wagers. Happy Thursday. We are radically rational.